brought a lot of heat on Durk, man. We gotta quit playing the blame game because I'm already making this kind of money. I'm not finna put my partner next to me.
Lil Durk and Lil Baby, they unfollowed Gunna.
Lil Durk told on King Von. That's how he beat his charges. Lil Durk told on King Von. That's how he got his charges beat. I got bisexual hands. These hands is bisexual. They'll go from doing this, look, they'll go from turning them punches to...
When Lil Durk checked himself into rehab, Charleston White didn't hold back at all. He went full savage mode, clowning Durk like it was open season. No filter, no mercy. He flat out called Durk a dope fiend in front of everybody. And when a fan tagged Durk in a post, Charleston wasted zero time. He went straight for the jugular. But that was just a warm-up. Things got way more disrespectful when Charleston popped up in a photo with Lil Tim. Yes, that Lil Tim, the same one tied to the heartbreaking moment that ended King Von's life. And to make it even messier, Charleston had Durk's own track, All My Life, blaring in the background while cheesing in the pic with Tim. That move was ice cold. Like, it wasn't just shady, it felt straight up targeted, like he was sending a message loud and clear, and Durk definitely saw it. Now let's get into this snitching storm that Charleston keeps yelling about. He's been real loud, claiming that Durk allegedly teamed up with the feds to dump some serious heat on King Von. It's a wild claim, no real proof, but Charleston keeps saying it over and over like he knows something. He's been pushing that narrative for a minute now.
Von get into a situation where they had a and once Von got killed, he blamed Von for the pistol case or whatever.
Yep.
Nigga, that was his partner. Don't he wear V-Roy on his hat representing Von?
Yeah.
How you blame Von? No.
Then came the Gunna situation when he copped a plea deal in that young thug Ryko case. The internet exploded. Folks were instantly screaming rat and throwing Gunna under the bus. Even Lil Baby and Durk silently cut ties. They unfollowed him like he never existed, but Charleston wasn't fooled. He called out the whole thing, accusing Durk of being fake and switching up. He said Durk's playing both sides, fronting like he loyal, but moving slick behind the scenes. And remember, Durk signed Von. That betrayal talk hit different. Charleston kept hammering one thing over and over. Durk signed King Von. And that right there, that's where the drama really started spiraling out of control.
Durk signed Von.
Man, the label allowed him to sign Von. The label pushed him. The label pushed Von too now. Gilly, Wallow, I blame people like them. Steve, everybody who embraced King Von is who I...
Let's spin it back to February 5th, 2019. A man named Alexander Weatherspoon got shot outside the Varsity restaurant in Atlanta. He made it out alive, but the situation was far from over. A few months down the line, both Lil Durk and King Von got locked up in connection to that exact same case. But here's where it gets real twisted. There was legit evidence pointing directly at Durk. We're talking security footage, witness statements, the whole deal. One witness even claimed they saw Durk pull out a strap during the hit. That's not just gossip. That's someone naming names. Now think about how wild that is. Being seen as tight as brothers in this rap game, riding together, breaking bread, and suddenly folks start whispering that maybe, just maybe, you turned on your own boy.
Possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Participation in a criminal street gang activity. Aggravated assault. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
And Von, he's not even here to defend himself no more. That's what makes it hit so hard. The streets are loud, but Von's voice is silent, and that silence is making everything feel 10 times worse. The rumor mill is spinning, and Charleston White is the one turning the crank. Charleston's out here accusing Durk of straight up snitching on King Von, saying he didn't just flip, he set Von up. And the timing couldn't be worse. Durk's already in deep legal water with his trial now pushed back to October 14th. And this whole mess just added jet fuel to the fire. It's like somebody struck a match right next to an open gas tank. Now the whole internet is locked in, watching this unfold minute by minute. Folks are pulling paperwork, rewatching court clips, trying to connect dots, and everything's starting to look real suspect. Meanwhile, Charleston ain't letting up. He's dropping screenshots, court files, and all kinds of receipts across social media like it's a personal mission. So what's really going on here? Did Lil Durk really flip on King Von to dodge the heat? Or is Charleston White just doing what he always does, stirring the pot for views and clout? Either way, this whole situation is messy, and it's getting worse by the minute. People keep forgetting, Durk and Von weren't just label mates. They were locked in like blood brothers. Durk brought Von into OTF, gave him the keys to the game, put him on stages, tracks, and interviews. He built him up. And Von, he stayed loyal the whole way through, shouting Durk out in interviews, standing by him online, showing nothing but love. But now, all that loyalty's getting questioned heavy. Charleston White's got the streets second-guessing everything, making it look like Durk might have betrayed the one person who always had his back. And let's be real, this beef between Charleston and Durk didn't just pop up overnight. This tension been simmering for a minute. Now, to make things even crazier, there's been talk of surveillance footage from the Atlanta case supposedly showing Durk's arm hanging out of an SUV while letting shots ring out. Word was both Durk and Von were involved in that whole mess from day one. The streets thought they were both facing the same fate until October 2022 hit out of nowhere. That's when it all flipped. Boom. Just like that, all charges against Durk were dropped. No warning, no press conference, no reason. He walked away clean. But Von, he didn't get that same shot. He never even had a chance to fight it, and now folks are looking at the whole thing sideways. Even Fulton County's own DA, Fonnie Willis, said it clear as day. If King Von was still alive, he would have been indicted. Let that sink in. Von, who couldn't speak for himself, got found guilty posthumously, while Durk just slid out the back door with a clean record. No trial, no testimony, just gone. And now everybody's wondering, how? No doubt about it, something ain't adding up. How did all that evidence stack up against Durk, but somehow Von's name took the full blame? It's not making sense, and people are calling it out loud now. They saying Durk flipped the script and let Von carry the whole weight, even after all that brother for life talk. One minute they were shouting out each other like family, and the next, Von gets blamed while Durk walks away untouched. People are saying Durk let his day one take the fall, knowing Von couldn't speak up from the grave. And of course, Charleston White ran straight to the mic, calling Durk a full-blown snitch with his chest out like he had the truth in his pocket. But just when you think it can't get messier, bam, it does. Some folks online are saying Von might have been set up way before he passed. That's when the whole situation starts looking real shady. Here's the red flag that's got everybody raising their eyebrows. Lil Durk's lawyer, Nicole Mormon. Now get this, Von actually posted a video once showing Nicole dressed up like airport security, randomly searching him during a flight. At first it seemed like a joke, but when people dug deeper into Nicole's background, that's when the alarm started going off. Nicole wasn't just some high-profile lawyer hired for a big case. Before joining Durk's legal team, she worked for the state for nearly 5 years. And not just sitting behind a desk either. She used to be a felony probation officer and part of a specialized law enforcement task force. Translation, she had deep ties with the system. On the inside, now everybody's asking the real question, was Nicole truly riding for both Von and Durk? Or was she moving funny from the jump? Some are even whispering that maybe Von was never meant to make it out clean, and that someone on the inside might have made sure of that. This whole mess runs way deeper than just some court case or paperwork. Nicole Mormon, she knew exactly how to move, real low-key, real slick. And now folks are asking the question nobody wanted to say out loud. Was that airport search really just routine? Or was someone already laying the foundation to paint Von as the reckless one between him and Durk? Think about it. If Von kept getting into drama, getting locked up, making headlines, there were only two ways out. Either he was gonna end up in prison, or worse, gone for good. And either way, that cleared the lane for Durk to walk away untouched. And guess what? That's exactly how it all played out. Now fast forward, with Durk getting picked up again recently, Charleston White jumped back on the scene, louder than ever, claiming that karma's finally catching up. But Charleston being Charleston, he didn't stop at Durk. Nope, he went for the jugular, dragging Von's whole family into the mess. One person he keeps throwing shots at, Kayla B., Von's sister. Charleston been trolling her for years, constantly pushing buttons online. But recently, things almost got real. Kayla spotted him in person, and she wasn't about to stay quiet. She hopped on X, formerly Twitter, and said, "Why, I just seen that Charleston White, whatever his name is, I would have beat his behind, but the police was right there." She meant that, and of course, Charleston couldn't resist throwing fuel on the fire. He clapped back with one of the most disrespectful responses we've seen from him yet. He posted, "Dear King Von's sister, I want to kindly remind you that your tough dead brother was slumped at a club in Atlanta for trying to fight a little skinny dude. I'm sure you don't want to join the hump in the ground gang for thinking you tough too. Also, I embrace your brother's kiss." Yes, he really said that. That fake respectful energy Charleston used to act like he had for Von, thrown completely out the window. All that love and peace talk was gone. In that one post, Charleston showed the world he was ready to go all in, no matter how dark it got. Charleston didn't hold nothing back. He told Kayla B exactly how he felt, raw, reckless, and straight up disrespectful, no filter, no fear, and that watch your back line. Yeah, he really said that, but let's not get it twisted. Kayla B ain't just some keyboard warrior hiding behind Wi-Fi. According to FBG, Kayla was a straight savage back in the trenches. She had respect in the streets, and more than a few people have warned Charleston that if Kayla really wanted to, she could line him up, no problem. FBG even said Charleston better chill before he talks slick again, cause Kayla is not the one to play with. This beef, it's way past internet games now. There's real tension, and it's building fast. But in the middle of all this wild drama, one thing stays solid. The truth always comes to the surface, no matter how deep folks try to bury it. If Charleston White's actually telling the truth, and Durk really did flip on Von just to slide out clean, then Durk's whole street rep is hanging on by a thread. That OTF loyalty image, gone in smoke. But if Charleston's just out here chasing clout, throwing lies into the fire, then Durk better speak up, and fast. Cause these rumors ain't slowing down, they're growing by the hour. The internet's going wild, the streets are buzzing, every day something new drops, courtroom twists, family beef, old videos resurfacing. It's like this whole saga's being written in real time, and everybody's watching to see how it ends. So now it's your turn. Sound off in the comments. Do you think Lil Durk really snitched on King Von to protect himself? Or is Charleston White just spinning chaos to stay in the spotlight? Let us know what you think down below, and while you're here, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who needs to hear the real street scoop. We'll catch you on the next one. This story's far from over.